This is my cultural genogram, where I have displayed the past 3 generations of my family. Each of the squares and circles on my genogram are colored in with the flags of my family's ethnicities. Beginning with myself, I am Emma Stark, and I am a quarter Irish, Scottish, German, and Italian. I was born in Port Chester, New York. Starting with my father's side of the family, my dad is Scott Stark, and he was born in Port Chester, New York. His father, John Stark, was born in Greenwich, Connecticut, and his mother, Sally Ann Santora, was born in Port Chester, New York. My dad is half Italian from his mother's side and half Scottish from his father's side. Looking at my father's paternal grandparents, both Andrew Stark and Emily Forrest were born in the Edinburgh area of Scotland. There is no record of when my paternal great-grandparents emigrated from Scotland. However, it is believed that they lived in Canada for some time before coming to America and settling in New York. My father's maternal grandparents, James Santora and Edith Fugazi, were both born and raised in Port Chester, New York, where my grandmother and my father grew up. Looking at my mom's side of the family, my mom is Kathleen Petrie, and she was born in Yonkers, New York. Her father, Edward Petrie Jr., was born in Bronxville, New York, and her mother, Carolyn Albrecht, was born in Newburgh, New York. My mom is Italian, Irish, and Scottish on her father's side, and Italian and German on her mother's side. My mother's paternal grandfather, Edward Petrie, was born in New York City, New York, and her paternal grandmother, Dorothy Zucca, was born in Danbury, Connecticut. My mother's maternal grandfather, Arthur Albrecht, was also born in New York City, New York, and her maternal grandmother, Lucretia Calabro, was born in Brooklyn, New York. While it was very uncommon at the time, my great-grandmother divorced my great-grandfather when my grandmother was very young. My great-grandmother also didn't go by her given name Lucretia. Instead, she was called by her middle name, Grace. The cultural symbols that I chose to display on my genogram are the ways to say hello in English, Scottish Gaelic, Irish Gaelic, German, and Italian. The significant family artifact that I have chosen to include in my genogram is the origin and history of the surname Petrie that has been certified by the Library of Family Surname History. Documents show that the surname Petrie dates back to the 16th century with Charles Patry in 1513 and a vicar named Andrew Petrie in 1530. The motto of the Petrie family is Fide sed vide, which translates to trust but take care.